Okay, good morning. 29th of April, almost end of the month. Welcome in our live trading room. Quick risk warning. Of course, our live trading room has educational purpose only. Trading effects on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some, all, or even more than your initial investment. Please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. And again, we are around 38.60 on euro dollar, still around 102, 102.50 dollar yen. There are some movements within the commodities block. Busy calendar, maybe not today, but starts tomorrow. So let's go through all the charts, through all the informations within next around 1.5 hours. So let's start right now. Guys, let's start with macro. So today during the European session we do have a German preliminary CPI. Then we have UK preliminary GDP. Then during the US session we've got consumer confidence in US, and half an hour before the US session close we've got the conference of Bank of Canada, Mr. Polos. Okay, and Tokyo will back to business, and we are going to have manufacturing PMI, preliminary industrial production, and then we have, before European session tomorrow, monetary policy statement and Bank of Japan press conference. So that could be important from the Japanese crosses perspective. Okay, guys, let's start with Aussie Kiwi. We are sitting short here. Okay. So the short has been taken based on those two levels. Finally, we reached almost 108.70. That's the hourly chart. But let's start from the beginning. That's daily. Overall, as I mentioned a few times, we are within a broader range from the beginning of the year. Okay. Then last week we had this trend line break, and in our opinion yesterday we had just pullback towards the broken support, now resistance, and we should go lower towards the end of the range. Okay, the only thing is here this 20 daily moving average is trying to go north, so let's see what's going to happen here. Overall, right now fundamentals are in Kiwi favor, so yeah, that's the first potential target, so we are going to watch 107.30. Okay. but overall we would like to see end of the range as a potential target here. And interest rates are higher in New Zealand. Am I right? Yeah. So that's the Kiwi. So let's leave it here. Last Friday, you remember? Did you take it? Of course, the target was around here, right? The target was upper end of the upper line of this channel. So that was quite nice trade. What happened since then? Looks like we have bullish flag continuation pattern. Looks like we broke out yesterday. We made a pullback, and within the same US session. That was quick, fast. Right, so move up, pull back, holds, continuation. During the late comment I posted in our website, I mentioned that 102.45 is support, the first one, then 102.17. I would say as an intraday trade, I would like to take 102.50, 102.45 long with tight stop around 102.20, so something like 25 to 30 pips. The thing is that we have quite strong resistance around 102.70, so it's going to be like around 1-to-1 trade, but I'm expecting that we are going higher towards. Let me show you on daily, okay? I would say that we are going to break this 102.70 and we are going higher towards 103.50, okay? So what I would like to do, tiny, small, long position around 102.50.45, tight stop. We can narrow the stop, right? Of course we can narrow the stop below that level. So 102, below 102.30, but then it's not active low. It's not active low because we didn't take this high, right? So it's not active low. So that's why I do prefer, because we retested here. So I do prefer to be on the safe side, because we can easily get back, hit stops around 102.30 and then go higher. So wouldn't be so good. So I would like to have my stop below 20, because if we are going to fall down from here and hit 20, I don't want to be longer in that market. With 30, that's okay, but here below 20, I don't want to stay longer in that market. So what we can do, we can try to take very tiny long here, as I mentioned, 102.50, 102.45, then eventually at around 102.35, right? with the stop below 102.20. So I'm going to watch dollar yen. It's not only dollar yen. It's all about the Japanese crosses. Looks like the market wants to make the break to the upside. Okay. We will go through some other crosses as well. So just be patient. Euro dollar. Actually, nothing to say here. I was expecting this 38 to give up. But looks like we want to break out to the upside. So this weakness, right, we start from here, was strength for this move. So we hold this 38. Looks like 38, 37.80 is the key right now. We do have trend line. We made a pullback yesterday. We are still above 20. Looks like we want to go to the upside. Let's see what's going to happen with the German CPI. The regions are going to publish the inflation for a whole day, and then the final number is around 10 or 11 GMT, something like this. It's a whole day event, actually, right? Okay. Let's try to go further. That's weekly. Actually, we are almost at the end of the month, so we can even start. That's my alt line. Sorry about this, right? So we can even start with monthly. Something before 141 on monthly, like 144 it could be. We discussed it a few times already. It could be the final target for euro dollar. Let's see where we are going to close at the end of the month. Okay, one moment, just let me clean some lines. Okay. Nothing like this. We can try to draw this line. So in that case, it's a 38. Okay. So this line is 38. One moment. Yeah, this trend line, first, second, third attempt here. Actually, we can say, no, there was no touch here, no touch. Okay, so first, second, and third, and 138 is a key. So now we know why 138 could be the key this month. Okay, so that's the monthly. And we had some strength here, right? We went finish higher. Some strength here, we finish higher. Some strength here, some buyers again, and finally we push down, retest down. Okay, so that was the demand area. And right now we are within this demand area. Okay, but it's a monthly chart. It's a monthly chart, okay? And we are within this previous demand area, right? There was a demand and then breakdown, pullback, continuation. So if there was a plenty of buying orders and finally all of them were executed, pullback and continuation. So I do expect that somewhere within this area on the monthly chart, somewhere here, we could see the final top for euro dollar and to move lower, especially based on this wedge we are creating here, right? So we can see one more pullback higher and final. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So yeah, most probably we are going to have one more pullback, maybe with the breakdown. Okay, but that's the monthly, and we are within this previous demand. So there was some strength here. We broke down. So I do expect the previous strength. It could work right now as a supply area on a monthly chart. Okay. Now weekly. Last 2 weeks, very tight ranges. And one of the trading theory saying the buy or trade in the direction of the breakout of inside, right? So we do have inside and we are trying to break to the upside. So in that case, with this theory on a weekly chart, looks like the bulls wants to go higher, and yeah, and the target could be either top of this big candle, so around 39 again, or what was the range? 38.62, 37.85, 15.75 pips, 38.60 plus 70 pips, giving us 39.30 around. Okay, so around the top here. Okay, now let's get back to daily. We did not close this gap yet. We were trying yesterday and indecision, right? We finished in the middle of the daily range. So how to trade euro dollar today? As I mentioned, while we are below yesterday high, we can try to hit some stops above. So, and the gap. So as I mentioned yesterday, stay neutral, or we will try to find some intraday weakness for short opportunity. So stay neutral or intraday short, right? Okay, Piotr, what do you mean intraday short? Okay, guys, let me try to show you. That was the last move to the upside here, and right, and we stopped within that range yesterday. So the previous strength was the current weakness. We saw the pullback to the visible support, right? Last weakness, current strength, okay? So demand zone. So we saw the pullback, and but still we have 50-55 pips daily euro dollar range. Oh, okay, sorry, yesterday we had like 70, so yesterday we had like 60 pips, sorry. But overall around 50-55 pips. So let's get back for a while to daily, and yeah, I'll try to explain you. And we start the day around 38.49. Okay. $138.49. So please remember this number. If we are going to add around 50-55, we are going to get something around 139. And one more time. To close the gap, we have to go above 38.85. So now let's get back to hourly. Two possibilities to try to short it. We are going to respect this line. So in that case, we are going to have something like this, maybe some finally lower high, lower low, lower high, and at some point some shorts here. That's the first scenario. And the second scenario, we are filling this 50 pips to the upside towards 39, hitting those yesterday high. So we do have some stops here, some momentum towards 139. Then some supply will come into the market. So I would look for short slightly above 39. You remember on daily, we do have this supply area still untouched, right? So that's, in my opinion, second scenario. Hitting yesterday's stops, maybe above the gap here. So we done with all those stops, short stops around here. Stop hunting, hitting supply zone, done. Okay. Well, what about buying? What about buying? So intraday shorts from current level with tight stop, I would target 38.20. So the stop has to be really tight. So if we are going to trade for target 45 pips from 65 towards 20, it's 45 to 65 if we are talking about 38. So our stop has to be around 15 pips, okay? So really it has to be like to the entry, to almost to the point. So in that case, with scenario number 1, okay, I would look for short. That's the previous weakness. So we most probably are going to see some buying, and there was some buying here, and here is the selling. So that's the 65. I would say 65 could be the selling area. Okay. With stop above yesterday high. So the line here could be the selling area. It's a supply zone, right? It's a supply zone. Where we are right now, it's a supply zone. So I took very tiny short. I'm going to place my stop . 38. 82, let's say, just 2 pips above the round number 80. And let's see what's going to happen. Okay, looks like that's supply. That's the tiny level tested here. Let's see what's going to happen. On the bigger time frame, we have this line, this supply, right? So this level here is based on 5-minute chart. We are based on the higher time frame. We are looking to find the best possible entry for our short, right? We don't have anything on the higher time frame here. So that's the way. So what we have to, but it was tested, right? So we have to take a look at this 3840. So from 65, it's eventually 25 pips with 15. So it's still like 1.5 eventually. But we have to take a look on this one, right? And if you are looking to buy, I would watch this 38 area. Okay. So we know what we are doing with euro dollar. Now pound. Again, let me cancel some lines, delete some lines. Let's start with monthly. Okay, that was the last trend, right? Bam, to the downside. So this last trend was the weakness. And we are again within that zone. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, because the zone on the monthly chart, guys, it's like this one, and somewhere here. So this one has been tested already, right? Now the thing is, it's again all about the monthly close. It's all about monthly close. Can we draw something here? No. No. So 170.50, 172. I wouldn't be surprised to see. So I don't want to buy euro dollar at current level, but I cannot rule it out buying pound dollar at current level, right? Because still we have like possible 200 to the upside. Now let's try to take a look on weekly. Nothing. We're trying to go higher here. Nothing on weekly suggesting its end. Of course, if we are going to close the week, the last week was some kind of hesitation, right? Now we made higher high here, but still the range, come on, poor. But we are like Tuesday. We have Tuesday, so plenty of time to try to do something with this. So let's get lower to daily. Okay. No doubt about it. We are up. But let's try to is a steep. Okay. Now the only thing here on daily, because guys, let me okay, we are going, definitely we are going higher here, but that was nice. That was nice and powerful. Oops, we lost some momentum. Of course, we made the breakout and we are trying to go higher here, but I wouldn't say we have plenty of momentum yet. Okay, so because of course we can easily catch the momentum hitting some stops and pushing prices higher. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. $66.70. $67.50, what we were looking for last week. Okay. So we hit yesterday, we hit and we made some stop hunting. But there was a tiny distance to hit higher levels, okay? So another push higher towards 68.70. So that's why I wrote yesterday, watch 68.40 or 45 towards 70. Because I'm expecting supply here, profit taking supply, whatever you want to call it. But also that's okay. We went higher, so we broke this, so this is no longer valid. Those two are no longer valid. And this one, I missed it once when we were trying to short it. Okay. Daily. So this weakness was strength here. Whoa, what a miss of the long. Wow. Okay. Anything here? It was broken here. So guys, intraday, as long as we are below this supply zone, I would look for some intraday selling opportunities towards 67.75, 67.50, maybe 66.60 intraday. But as long as we are within the channel, I would look for buying opportunity around 66.60 to get the possibility to hit the upper line of this channel we drew, which is within this huge selling zone, okay? So one more time. The momentum here right now on daily is weakening. We do have this supply zone. We can hit it as a third time, so I really expect some weakness here. As long as we are below. Of course, if we are going to close above the line, pull back and straight move to the upside, okay? But as long as we are below this supply line, okay? As long as we are below, I would look for some maybe stop hunting again above yesterday high, hitting the supply zone, pushing lower towards 20 daily moving average or lower end of the channel, which also corresponds with this support, right? So nice support zone around 66.60. Then I would look for final buying as long as we are within that channel, right? Because if we are going opposite, break to the downside, retest lower, okay? But if we are going to hold within that channel, I would look for final buy toward this selling zone, okay? One more time. That's our channel, right? Why I think we're losing momentum here? Because here was a momentum, here was a momentum, and here, yeah, we were trying to add some momentum here, but come on. That's not powerful like 1, 2, 3. So it could be like we are within, even if, so we can use it as, as I already mentioned a few times, I have no idea about Elliott wave, but anyway, I can count to 5. I can count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we got our channel. We are losing momentum. Okay, so intraday, as long as we are below that could be possible supply line. So we can hit the stops above yesterday high and we can stop around this supply zone. Then I would look for some selling opportunity intraday toward the 20 daily or toward the lower end of the channel, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing, if we are going to close above this supply zone, I would look for some retest, pullback, but I would look for sign of strength from here to go higher toward the supply zone. One more time. If we are going to close above, I would look for some consolidation, continuation towards end of the channel and supply zone. And definitely I would look for some longer time, I would look for short opportunity in the midterm from here. Another, if we are going to fall from here, I would look for some buying opportunity based on this support, based on this static support, based on this dynamic support, right? For the final push higher here. And the last thing, there is no stop here. We are falling down, retest, and to the downside. So full analysis on the British pound, so we all know what we have to do. Okay? Just 1 second, let me have small glass of water. Just 1 second, guys, okay? Okay. Now Aussie dollar. Definitely we are going down here. Definitely we are going down from here, and I would say that's the target, first target, around 91.50. Let's move down. Could be that we are going towards 90. We went down here, right? And actually, based on the daily chart, whatever you want to sell, that's the final, we can call it buying zone, so we are close to support. But it was Riley based, right? So But anyway, some buying going on here. But overall, so maybe we can see one more bounce and then continuation. But okay, so on daily overall, I do expect some weakness towards 91.50 or maybe 90.30. $91.50 and 90.30. The thing is that we are within the buying zone. But tell me, guys, tell me one thing, because this buying zone here it's quite fresh. It was tested here and then here. We were trying to go higher and we get back. So means that we are almost done with all these buying orders here. And the next thing, yesterday I saw that there is a weekly report about the futures contract, and looks like there is on the market huge long position on the Aussie. So anyway, yes, definitely we are on daily around support. So I would rather it's stuck to selling at support, right? So I would like to see some move towards 92.80 maybe, and then to join the party to the downside. Okay, because unfortunately we are at support here. So and here was the selling area we tested yesterday, almost. So maybe we're gonna see move higher. That's not necessary, right? So maybe the line is going to be supply zone right now. Anyway, I would look for, let me show you, on a daily, I would look for 92.80, 93.25 as selling opportunities, or dynamic trend line. So it could be 93, right? So something around 92.80 to 93.20 I would use to go short Aussie US dollar, Australian dollar versus US dollar. Now intraday, as you can see, we are intraday, we are within the support as well. Okay. Okay, so that was the rise here. So definitely we are close to the support. So even intraday, I'm not. Oh, guys, but here we have last strength to the upside. Okay. So actually, that was support yesterday, break. Okay, so this, let me make it bigger. So guys, we do have intraday one more time, on daily we are at support, so selling intraday could be very dangerous. We can see strong bounce hitting our stops, but anyway, guys, that's the from here we moved last time higher. Then yesterday we retest that level, we pushed higher, but finally gone. It's not support anymore. And it's this upper line here, so make it bigger. It's happened during the Tokyo. We retested this and going lower. Okay. Now it's based on the on this move from here. Okay. So retest higher, bam. Now okay, so now we were trying to retest this level, right? Try and go lower, but intraday guys, remember we are still within the support on daily, and we had something like this. So low, higher low, high, higher high. So intraday guys, market can, everyone knows that now people are trying to sell this line, right? So if you would like to sell intraday, I would wait for some intraday stops hunting, because the last move was from here. So I would wait for, instead of selling at 50, I would wait for 60, 65, right? Eventually, maybe 75, this zone here. Because we started from here, we cleared those supply from here, right? We went higher. So not with working order, okay? But I would watch 90 to 65 to 97, 90 to 75. So that's the zone, which corresponds with this eventually daily trend line at some point, right? Because bam, bam, blam, 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 tomorrow maybe before the Fed, and then boom to the downside. So simply I would do it that way, because now everyone knows that here we have some sell orders with stops above. So I would like to wait for stops hunting, some pushing toward this zone, and intraday would join this. Intraday it's around 92.75. It corresponds with this moving average on daily. So it simply would be better to sell here than here. But overall we are around support that is on daily as well. But so it's, yeah, what we have to respect. Some movement as European is open. We went below 60 on euro dollar and we get back quickly. So I saw on my monitor, I saw 58 for a while. Now we are above 70. Looks like we want to hit some stops. What can I say? So Europe is open, okay? So that's the plan for Aussie. There was no chance on dollar yen to go long. Again, I would like to go long around Asia low. So let's, yeah, that's the euro dollar. Beast with 50 pips range, daily range. So first we hit stops, second we hit stops, and now for a whole day we will stay in the middle, okay? I'm joking, of course. Anyway, let's watch euro dollar for a while, and before we finish, let's go through Japanese crosses, okay? So before you will make any move this week, buying or selling, whatever, please remember about the inflation euro area. We are waiting for some German numbers. Remember about the Fed tomorrow, and we are going to have live trading room covering interest rate decisions, and we are going to meet 1 hour before announcement, okay? Looks like the guys here wants to go even higher. Holy moly. Okay, anyway. Then on Thursday, we have Yellen, Fed Chair Yellen speaks, and we do have ISM manufacturing in US. And Friday, first Friday of the month, we have non-farm payrolls, right? So before you decide, go short Aussie, go short euro dollar, go long pound dollar, whatever, please remember that it's a, from the macro point of view, it's a busy week. So try to minimize the size of the position, okay? Try to minimize the size of the position, because we can easily hit stops both sides and go nowhere. I do remember similar weeks with very busy with full of calendar, let's say this way, and the expectations into the direction was high, and the truth is that nothing happened, right? So again, I do expect some direction, that we will get some direction later this week or early next week. But I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to stay within tight ranges. Of course, me and you guys, we are tired of these narrow ranges, and that's why I do expect some direction. But guys, be prepared that we can stay within the narrow ranges. So that's important, okay? They're trying hard to go higher. Okay. Oh, come on, guys, where are you going to? Not this direction. Unemployment rate in Spain higher than expected. Yeah, so that's good reason for euro to go higher. Yeah, that's a very good reason. And earlier we had some households confidence or consumer confidence in France, much lower than expected. That's another reason for euro to go higher. And German consumer confidence was as expected. So yeah. Anyway, if we are going to be stop out here on euro dollar, we can expect move towards our another selling area, right? 39.20, this daily supply level. So if not here, then some breakout traders can join the move to the upside. Okay. We've tight stop here. Still remember that's 55 pips range daily on euro dollar. Okay. Japanese crosses. Looks like we want to go higher, and today's daily close, and if we are going to get confirmation tomorrow, that could be nice. That could be next 200 to 500 pips on Euro JPY, right? So if we are going to have this breakout, I would say that we are going towards this level, so 145, so around 250 pips, and could be higher, but not because of euro. It's because of the weakness in the Japanese yen, I would say. So all of Japanese crosses are close to important breakouts, but as long as we didn't make the breakout, some can try to sell. The same with pound. We are trying to make a breakout today, but remember, next 1.5 hours we do have preliminary GDP number from UK. But that's the breakout, and you can try to buy some pullbacks to 55 maybe, whatever, right? If you want to be on the market straight, but plenty of resistances around. But we are trying to make a breakout, and so if we are going to do that, then 175 at least, if not higher. We can do that way, and we can have like, yeah, around 180, 176.80, sorry. So I do believe there are going to be plenty of opportunities on the Japanese crosses, simply not now, right? We can of course join the move here, but then until the end of the day we have to wait and pray that, okay, please don't go lower, please don't go lower. Or simply, it's what I'm always saying, patience will pay. So we do have breakout, right? We finish somewhere here, wait for pullback, some kind of the confirmation, go long. Because we can join the move now, then we can see on the spike, and we can end the day below, right? And we are, you know, where. First thing. Second thing, we can join the move. We are going to finish the day today to here, and tomorrow, bam, we are going to finish here. So let's wait, and believe me, I'm doing this for 12 plus years, 14 almost right now. Patient will pay, right? So let's watch. I'm not saying, maybe we will join some party later today, like during the US session, okay? But for sure, Japanese crosses are worth to watch right now, because it could be like, and here we have, but we didn't make a pullback, so here I'm not long, but we are approaching the 102.70 resistance, so that's why I was trying to avoid buying 126. I was trying to narrow my buying zone into the 102.45.50, right? Haven't seen this, so I'm not long, but we can easily see again some stop hunting above 70 and back down, right? So that's the JPY crosses, and I would say the main ones, right? The dollar, yen, euro yen, pound yen, and I wouldn't buy Aussie yen, as we want to sell overall Aussie. So the move to the upside, even if happen here on Aussie, then it's going to be weaker than comparing to, most probably, based on the current market situation, comparing to pound yen, dollar yen, or euro yen, okay? So let's switch to daily, and before we leave, let's take a look on some other crosses. Euro, British pound, as long as just nasty range, 4-day. We are trying to make breakouts, now back to the range, right? Okay, so if we are here, as we had some nice trades on this last week. Wow, that could be good intraday selling opportunity around 80 to 40, 45, right? So, but then if it's going to happen before the UK number, and UK number is going to be poor, then we can easily hit those stops. But it could be trade like with 7 pips stop. Euro, British pound, right? Because there was the last trend here, so it's now it's keeping sellers, and we were trying to go higher, so there was a selling below 40, 44, right? We test already, so. But I would keep the stop very tight here. I would keep the stop very tight here, and would be very careful. Because move above 45 and closing above this level, so we can easily go toward 83, at least here, somewhere, right? I wouldn't be surprised, right? So be very careful if you want to trade from the short side, very tight stop, and you can join the party to the upside eventually. Euro Canadian. Okay, overall, definitely we are within the uptrend, but again, we're losing some momentum. We're losing some momentum here. Look at this move to the downside, okay, and that's more like pullback. That was strong selling going into the market, and now we got, like, you know, very tight ranges, pushing slightly higher. So I would say that okay, and from here was last strength to the upside. So based on daily chart, I would look for selling opportunities around 153.28, 153.50. Okay. Aussie, Euro. Okay. Okay. Overall picture, we are going to the upside. Now some can see head and shoulders, right? And we discussed it already once or twice. So plenty of investors expected move to the downside here, and we stopped here. Now come on, yeah. Now that's the point. We went higher, and here is one more. So I would look for 50-60, what's going to happen here, and I would forget about this small head and shoulders. Eventually, if you want to look at this way, move the line here, shoulder, eventual head, something like this. So in that case, this level and big head and shoulders, right? So I would look for this eventually, and that means that we are going to, because using this small head and shoulder here, right, the neckline, so we have plenty of stops in here above 50-60. So I would rather wait with selling at this zone. I would wait for this, because that was the last move to the upside. So we are going to hit all these stops around 50-60, momentum to the upside, Aussie weakness, and I would look for selling opportunity eventually around 50-40. So maybe some small pullback, and maybe we should go long right now, looking for long opportunities. So one more time, guys, be careful. That's the neckline of this head and shoulders, okay? Plenty of retail guys and some institutional guys selling because of the head and shoulders. It's like within the books, but we didn't reach the final area. Instead of, we are trying to hit those stops, right, above the neckline. So then I would look for 50-40 for big head and shoulders eventually, right, this way. Who knows, that could be good buying idea, slightly lower on Euro Aussie. Let's see what's going to happen. Definitely worth to watch. So again, we went deeply into the details with euro dollar and pound dollar and Aussie dollar. But before you join and move, please remember that we have three important things. In regards to euro, we are going to have this German and EU inflation numbers. Then we have US interest rate tomorrow, and we are going to have live trading room 1 hour before to cover some things. And then Friday, and of course again this time on Friday, we are going to have another live trading room 1 hour before. And we are looking for direction, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if we are finally finished within tight ranges, okay? So be very careful. Try to make your position smaller than usual, maybe, or whatever. Be careful. Please be careful. We took short euro dollar, holding short with tight stop, looking for 20 or 38, 38.20 first or 38, but we have to remember about 38.40, right? So guys, here be careful as well. And sitting short Aussie Kiwi from yesterday. That was a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. See you again tomorrow evening, for me evening, 1 hour before Fed rate decision, and let's see what's going to happen. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Happy trading. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.